Hello and welcome to Do-It-Yourself Musician, and today on the bench we have a Electro Harmonix 360 looper pedal, and as you can see it's broken. It says so right on the box. Let's pull it out and see what we got in here. Alright, there you go. Pedal, power supply, he's got the box, and there you go. Electro Harmonix 360 looper. Looks like actually it's in pretty good shape. It doesn't look too bad at all. I bought this off of an online auction site, and as you can see, it is broken. So let's go ahead and put some power into it and see what happens. Well, according to Electro Harmonix paperwork here, this takes a Boss style adapter, 9 volts, 90 milliamps, center negative. We can do that, folks. We have the technology. So here goes the center negative cable. Alright, let's plug her in here. Alright, 9 volts. Let's go ahead and set up, let's give it 100 milliamps. And let's set our overcurrent too, because we don't know what's going on here. Okay, that should work. Let's turn her on, see what happens. Alright, that's a good sign. Well, we do have a light here. The memory light's on. I haven't read the manual yet, so I'm not sure exactly what this is supposed to be doing. 1 and 2 stay on. Seems to be playing. Or it says it's playing anyway. Hang on. Power supply just went off. That's weird. Kick it back on. Play. Maybe we do have something wrong. Oh. I just did it again. Power supply kicked out for overcurrent. You saw right there that it said that this took 90 milliamps. You can see it for yourself right there. It's drawing a little over. Then we play. It's going to 100 milliamps, and then when I actually attempt to record a loop, it kicks out. I don't actually think that's a fault. Because you also notice that this is the power supply that comes with is 200 milliamps. This is a digital pedal, and I would expect that actually to be higher than 90 milliamps. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to pump this up a little more. Put the current up to 150, and we'll put the overcurrent up there too. Okay. Alright, let's see what happens now. So, supposedly, I guess it's playing a loop right now, but then if I try to record an overdub, yeah, that went up to 104 milliamps. So it was the power supply kicking out. It needs a little more than 90 milliamps to run, I think. I mean, there could be something wrong, but I'm thinking, I don't know, this seems to be behaving properly, so... I don't know. Let's plug a guitar into it and see what it does. Okay, as you can see, we've got a guitar hooked into this now. Let's go ahead and kick her on and see if we can get it to do something. Whoa, yeah. Look at that. That's not right. Our volts are being drawn down 150 milliamps, and we've gone into constant current mode. Shut that off. Something is not right. And the pedal is not on. I'm getting no lights when that happened. So yeah. Well, I was starting to wonder if there was something wrong with this pedal, because it was sold as that it wouldn't power on, but we got it to power on and actually function right there until we plugged it in. So I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kick the power on, see what its behavior is now. All we've done is plug signals into it. That shouldn't really matter. Okay, so I just kick the power back on where it's still being drawn down, and I don't know, all we did was pull. Here, let me mute my, yeah, nothing. Makes you wonder if something, let me cycle the power. Yep, it's like, it's dead now. Yeah, we just got overcurrent on that one. Huh, I wonder what the difference was. All I did was plug jacks into it. Yeah, it just, okay, that caused something to happen just then. Oh, oh, you saw that, right? Okay, now, yeah, if there's maybe, there might be a broken solder connection or something in here, because just moving this is actually causing the pedal to come back on. Well, right there, see? And then the light was flashing. I keep shortening, keep going. Yeah, see, it's on now. And then back, and yeah, there might be a broken solder joint or something in there. Let's pop her open and take a look. Well, there's nothing obvious there at first glance, but if it is a broken solder joint, so we're going to have to pull this whole board out to look at the other side of the board. So let me get this all the way out of the case here. Okay, so taking a closer look at this, unfortunately there's no real smoking gun here. Remember, I was shaking the output jack and it was causing it to go on and off. All these solder joints actually look really good to me. This joint here looks a little fishy on the input, and so does that one. But like I said, there's no real smoking gun here that I can see yet, so let's do the obvious thing to do and just reflow both of these jacks and see if that does anything. I'll go ahead and solder these. I don't know, I think these are just ground shields right here or something. I'm not sure that's got anything to do with the signal connections, but I'll go ahead and put a little solder in those. Alright, let's put this power back into it. See what happens when we kick her on. That looks normal. Alright, let's go ahead and plug this plug back in this jack. That should be it. Let me move it around a little bit and see what happens. So that would be playback mode there, and that's record. Just Stop it on the switch here. And back into loop record. And that's full stop. I don't know, it's not really, it's not doing, I don't want to put, I feel like I'm going to just put way too much force on it like this, but it's not doing what it was doing. I don't know, let's try, we're just running it right now and see if we can get it to work. Okay, so I've got a guitar hooked into it. Let's see if we can make it loop. Alright, see what happens. Well, it's looping. That's good. Let's see if we can get it to overdub. Wait for the loop to go around. Loop's not going to be close. Let's see if that works. Yep, it looped. And then cancel that. It's basically working, so. Which it wouldn't do that before. But we're basically working at this point. And I don't see that it's, I don't see it cutting out. Yep. Yep. Okay, I don't know. I think maybe that did it. I guess I'm just going to have to kind of, I'm just really going to wind up boxing this back up and just playing with it for a while and see if anything happens to it. But I think that might have fixed it. All right, before I box this up, I'm going to hit it with a little bit of this Tech Spray Blue Shire to get that solder flux residue off there. All right. Looks like she's working. Loops off. Okay. And I think if you, to clear the memory, I think on this, pull that out. Probably stomp on that. Yeah, that was the memory clear right there. So if you see now, there's like something still, oh wait, hang on. You gotta take this to 11. It goes to 11. That knob might be a little off too. There it is. That was the memory clear. So yeah, nothing will be in there now. Okay. There you go. I think that's probably going to do it for now. There's nothing I can really do but just test this out. I need to tighten these up too. Hello, it's me from the future, and I have the 360 looper pedal here. As I was editing the video, I started to wonder, have I actually really fixed this pedal? You saw what happened in the video. There seemed to be a loose connection on this output jack that was shorting the pedal. It seemed to be a short. It was pulling the voltage low. It was causing the milliamps to come up. So it seemed like a short. So I opened up the pedal, resoldered the connections on the in and out jacks. Pedal started to work. However, those are audio jacks, and I can't find any power that flows through those jacks. So how did those cause a short? And like I said in the video, there was really no smoking gun on those jacks. Those solder joints looked fairly decent. There was two of them that looked a little iffy, but I couldn't really tell if they were really cracked. I don't have a microscope here, so I couldn't really tell. But doing that seemed to solve the issue. It seemed to fix the pedal. And I wonder, have I really fixed this though? Because why would that pull the power down? I mean, this is a digital pedal. There could be something going on with the microprocessor. I actually took this back apart and probed around in there with the multimeter and found out that there is like a millivolt flowing through these in and out jacks at some point. So I don't know if that's something the microprocessor's putting out to like sense whether or not you plugged anything in. I don't know. It could be something like that. And I actually tried to unsolder some of those connections to see if it would cause the pedal to fail, but it wouldn't. So I soldered everything back up, and I can't make this fail again. So I'm still going to call it fixed, but I'm actually not sure why it's fixed. Maybe somebody out there knows. I don't know, but it's not real obvious to me why a cracked solder joint on the in and out jacks of this would cause it to fail like it did, but seems like it did. So I'm calling it fixed, but I don't know, maybe it's not. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that video. That was the repair of the Electro Harmonix NANO 360 looper pedal. And we can pull this off now because she is no longer broken. Doesn't rip our box all up. There we go. All right. If you like the content I'm making here on Do It Yourself Musician, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.